Hey Lumberjacks, it's me, Megan Meyer, the dietitian with Campus Health Services. Today I'm back to talk to you a little bit more about social distancing, keeping ourselves and others safe, but also protecting our own mental well-being during this pandemic. So just a quick reminder about social distancing. Just for those of you who don't remember, social distancing is really staying home as much as possible. So that's staying in your dorm room, your apartment, your parents' house, wherever you happen to be located right now. And this is really to avoid going out into public spaces, big crowds, anywhere where we could come into close contact with somebody. Ideally, we want to try and maintain a distance of 6 feet between ourselves and other people. This is especially important to consider even if you're young and feel like you're healthy. What's starting to happen across the country, regardless of where you're at, is we're seeing community spread of COVID-19, which is essentially people are being tested and finding out they're positive without any known contact to someone who had a positive case of coronavirus, without traveling, any of the risk factors we had previously identified. This is because coronavirus or COVID-19 has an incubation time of anywhere up to 14 days, which means someone could be walking around without symptoms or very, very mild symptoms and not realize they're sick. So even if you feel like you're healthy, you've got a strong immune system, that doesn't mean we don't have a part to play, because we want to make sure our parents stay healthy, our friends who maybe are immunocompromised stay healthy, our grandparents stay healthy. We're really all in this together. In fact, the U.S. Surgeon General released a pretty strong statement last night saying we all need to act as though we have COVID-19. So that means staying at home as much as possible and doing our part to avoid contributing to community spread. On the next little slide, I'm going to share some tips from me and Louie to help you make sure that you are doing everything you can to stay safe and healthy. Be sure to screenshot it if you want. Remember, we all have a part to play, regardless of whether or not we think we're at risk. So moving on, I'm going to talk about two main things. The first of which is how to stay optimistic when things are challenging. And this doesn't mean you have to be happy and fake it all the time, but how can we have a more positive outlook? The reason we're adding in something about optimism is not because we want everyone to have fake happy smiles, but because we know that having a better outlook in life is associated with a number of positive things, including reduced stress, improved physical health, as well as improved resilience and persistence when times are hard. There are a few steps that you can take to add into your daily routine that will help you have a more positive outlook, even when things might seem grim or really challenging. Step 1. Get rid of energy vampires from your life. So these might be people who are just constantly focusing on the negative, super down, really just when you feel like you're around them, they just seem to suck all the positive energy out of you. Step 2, recognize when you're having a negative thought pattern and then challenge that to look at it from a more rational viewpoint and with something more positive. So just using the power of your very smart minds that I know you all have to reframe your negative thoughts. Step 3, be kind and positive and thoughtful towards each other. So the more we spread those good moods, that kindness, it really does catch on like a wildfire and we can all help each other. So maybe for you, that's calling and checking in with a friend or an elderly relative. Maybe that's checking in with some of your classmates to make sure you're all feeling good about your homework. So whatever you can do to help each other out during this challenging time. Last, step 4, practice some daily gratitude. So that might be, you can do that however you want. That might be through a notes app on your phone. That might be calling someone and saying thank you. That might be downloading an app that actually sends you a daily reminder. Whatever you can do to think about all the good things we still have in life, even when things are challenging. And on the next little slide thing, I'll put like a blank list that you can screenshot and download for yourself. In addition to maintaining a positive outlook, it's really important right now, more than ever, to make sure you're managing your own mental well-being. So really building up a nice, healthy, strong, resilient mind. There's so many things you can do to help manage your mental well-being during a pandemic, and I'm going to run through some of those, as well as I'll make sure I add some swipe up links to some additional resources if there's something that really stands out to you. I do want to remind you that this is not an all-inclusive list, so keep in mind what works for you is what works for you, and if you found some things that work out, great, do it. The first thing is to just stay informed. And when I say stay informed, I really do mean from a reliable, trusted source. We don't want any fake news coming into our brains. And so that might not always be Facebook or Reddit, but we want to stick with things like the Centers for Disease Control or the World Health Organization, or even your local county health departments. I'm going to actually add a swipe up link right now to the main Centers for Disease Control webpage on coronavirus. Another thing you can take, and this might seem counterintuitive to the information I just shared, but is to really limit your exposure to media. And that might even be the news. Some people maybe just need to read headlines right now because it's too hard to stay up to date and read that constant onslaught of really hard news to read. So it might be limiting the amount of time you spend listening to news radio, to reading news articles, and again on social media platforms, Facebook, Reddit. Check in with your anxiety, your mental health, your well-being, and if you notice all those physical signs of distress, take a break, set a limit on your phone, walk away, take a deep breath. Another thing that might be helpful is to learn to recognize your own signs and symptoms of distress. A lot of times distress or even stress, anxiety, panic, they really do have a way of showing up physically in the body. So you can even take a moment right now, pause, put down this phone, put down this Instagram, Snapchat video, whatever I'm doing, to do a quick body scan. So you start with your forehead and notice, okay, do I have any tension? Do I have any tension behind my eyes? Do I have a headache? And you can slowly just work your way down through your entire body system. Is my heart rate beating faster? Am I having a lot of pain and tension in my neck and shoulders? How's my gut feeling? Am I feeling like I maybe have like a weird stomach right now? And learn to recognize when you're starting to feel those signs of distress so you can identify it and start to cope. P.S. Right now, it's totally normal to feel stressed and overwhelmed, disappointed, a huge wide range of emotions. So I just want to plug in that it's normal to feel maybe more negative emotions, but at the same time feel grateful for the good things. We can have that duality. If you do notice that you're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, I'm going to add in the next screenshot slide so that you can have your own little personal stress management list. Just a reminder, this is not all inclusive. So if there are other things that you know work for you in managing your stress, that's great. We want to make sure you're doing those as well. If you're looking for more virtual resources to help manage your stress and anxiety, I know I've talked about this on other health promotion stories, but I love the Stress Busters Wellness app as well. We might not be able to get our Stress Busters back rubs right now, but we can download their app. Just search the Google Store or the Apple Store for literally Stress Busters Wellness app and download and choose NAU for free guided meditations and relaxation strategies for while you're at home and social distancing. Health promotion, just like many other departments right now on campus, is also working super hard to virtualize a lot of our programs. If you are interested in a free online non-credit course that's through BB Learn, you can sign up now for Live Well Jacks, which we're reopening on Monday, March 30th. I'm going to do the swipe up link to this story so that you can swipe up and join. That really focuses more on the physical side of health, sleep, stress, nutrition, and physical activity. And we're going to customize the content to be more relatable to coronavirus. So please feel free to sign up. We'd love to have you all there to help learn these tips for navigating your health in kind of a weird world right now. You can also visit our Bounce Back Resilient page for more action items to help you just build a little more mental health resilience during a challenging time. And last but not least, Campus Health Services is still open and here to support you. We are getting creative and switching to telehealth for some services, including counseling services, as well as nutrition appointments with me. If you want more info on which services are being offered virtually, you can go to the main Campus Health website at nau.edu/campushealth. The other thing to keep in mind is HP is working on virtual events, so be sure to check out our website in the upcoming weeks for more online tools to support your wellness wherever you are. That's it for today, Lumberjacks. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay home.